So welcome back to video number 3 in our coaching series on procrastination. Talking about managing procrastination and eventually eliminating procrastination from your life. Eliminate all those feelings of guilt that you may have when you procrastinate and getting those important things done. Just want to clarify something. Getting important things done doesn't mean that you need to be productive at all times. On the contrary, something that is important, not urgent, is also to get rest, to rejuvenate, to recharge the batteries. So you produce and then you relax and recharge the batteries. So I just want to clarify that. But when we can get important things done in our lives, we can take our lives to the next levels, and sometimes we have to go through some challenging tasks to be able to go to the next level. So some more strategies and some more tactics you're going to learn in this video, and one of them is my favorite that I use daily and has been a profound shift in my life. So I start with the first one, and Nike famously say, just do it. But I recommend you to change that statement to just get started. Because many times it's about getting started. It's not about just doing it, it's getting started. Because maybe just getting started, just doing it is a little bit too heavy, it's a little bit too big. So if you have a big project or if you have a task that's a little bit heavy, break it down to smaller chunks. Break it down to everything that you need to do. And then focusing on the first one, visualize that one and just get started on the first part. And then many times the rest will just happen automatically. So I'll give you an example. When a couple of years ago I used to cold call a lot, and that was not a pleasant task for me. So the way I did it, I broke it down to a whole ceremony. It would start with me boiling tea, filling up my water, closing all distraction, taking out my calling list and doing some emotional exercises, putting on some nice music. So it was a whole ceremony before I started with the cold calling. And when I was procrastinating on this, because it was quite heavy, instead of thinking about, I need to call all these people, I need to do all this cold calling today, I just focused on one thing, and that was to get started. That was to prepare my tea, get the water, prepare my workstation. And then once I did that, everything else just came in place. So that's a strategy that you can use just to get started, because once it's a tactic in your daily life that you can use. So just getting started is many times the most challenging thing. Now I'm going to talk about the strategy that has been life-changing for me, and that is to work with a timer. Sorry for that. Timer will be your best friend when it comes to time management, and that is ideally a digital timer that you download on your computer, so you can see it on your screen while you're working. So you can do it. In the next video I'm going to share with you the paid version of this course, where we dig a lot deeper into all of these strategies and tactics, so you can really master this subject. But for now, I'll just share 2 ways on how you can use the timer. The first one is, so I was telling you about the procrastination where I was looking at websites, going to YouTube and looping, we call it. So you go to a couple of websites. I will start with news, and then I went to some martial arts websites, and then I went to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the social media. And then I will go back to the first website, to the news site, and I will loop it. I will spend 2 hours doing nothing, just checking these websites, and eventually leaving me with a lot of feelings of guilt. So the way I use my timer is I time this now. So in the afternoon, maybe my energy is a little bit lower, and I feel like checking these sports news websites. But instead of just doing it, I first put on my timer. I'm going to give myself 20 minutes to procrastinate and just do whatever I want on internet. And that timer is showing on my screen. So I go to my websites, I go to all the social media and check everything, write comments, check all the funny YouTube clips that I want to see. But that timer, once the timer beeps, I have a song that I anchored to a productive emotion. So I put that song on, and then I go back into productivity mode. So that's something I recommend you to do as well. Download a timer and use it to time your procrastination, so you don't end up spending 2, 3, 4 hours on it. Just 20 minutes, it's fine. You're maybe in the afternoon, you're a bit tired, it's fine. Do it for a little bit of time, but not the whole afternoon. So the second way you can use a timer is, they say that being productive is not running a marathon, it's actually doing sprints. So the way you do that is you work with something called the Pomodoro technique. Maybe you've seen that before. Is you put your timer on a number. I normally work with 15-minute chunks, and during that time you focus on the most important task on your to-do list, and only that task. You eliminate all the distractions, you turn off your phone, you turn off your emails, everything, so there's no distractions. Take the most important thing on your to-do list, put on the timer, and you work on that most important thing for 50 minutes. If you finish that one, you go to the second most important thing on your to-do list and you start doing that. And after 50 minutes, when it beeps, you take a break. That's really important as well, because if you don't take breaks, you need to recharge, you need to rejuvenate, you need to get that energy back. So after 50 minutes, maybe you take a 10 or 20 minutes break, do some stretches, go up, drink some water, do some deep breathing, whatever you want to do, but take a break. And then you go back and you do 15 minutes more. And for me, if I do 4 hours like this, so 4 blocks of 50 minutes, that's enough for me, and I'm extremely productive. I get so many things done. So this is one of the strategies that has been a profound change in my life. I know, and I know if I have 4 hours, I get so much done that it's just amazing. So that's something that I think you should implement in your life as well. So download a timer. Go to Google and just search for a digital timer for your computer, or you can buy a separate one, or you can use your phone. It's completely up to you. So that's some of the strategies and tactics that I want to share with you today. So let's recap. What are the things we learned so far in this video? In the first video we talked about some frameworks, and these frameworks are just to get an awareness where you are today, where you're procrastinating, and where you can spend more time. So to get awareness of this, and that's the first step if you want to change. Video number 2, we talked about strategies and tactics that you can use in your daily life. And we talked about the Saturday candy strategy, on how you can take something that you don't really like doing and get it done in one day. So the Saturday candy strategy. And we also talked about habits, how to turn some things you want to do but that you're not doing into habits, and how you can use your willpower and accountability to turn it into habits so it becomes effortless. And in this video we talked about chunking it down to smaller parts and just getting started. So not just do it, just get started. And that's a very, very powerful mind trick that I'm sure you can benefit a lot if you use it and implement it in your daily life. We talked about the timer and how you can use the timer to time the amount of time that you procrastinate. And we also talked about how you can time the times when you're productive. And the timer for me has been a life changer. So I'm sure it's going to be the same for you. In the next video, we're going to also teach you a little bit, and we're going to share the course that we're launching, which is going to be the paid version of the Procrastinator Eliminator. So the Procrastinator Eliminator is the name of the course, and you're going to learn even more. You're going to dig deeper. We're going to find different tools. It's going to be about also your mission, your vision, your goals, which is one part, because if you know what you want, your values, your goals, and your mission, you're going to procrastinate a lot less. If you can link your task to the bigger picture, then procrastination will be reduced even more. So I'm going to talk more about that in the next video, so look out for that. And now go out and enjoy the now, and let's make the world better. Thank you so much.